All right, comedy fans, let's play a game. I'm going to show you 3 comedy movies, and your job is to figure out what they all have in common. It could be something obvious or something completely unexpected. But trust me, once you see the answer, you won't be able to unsee it. Think you can crack this code? Drop your scores in the comments, and let's see who gets it right. Let's get started. First, we have Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Here's a hint. It's not that they're all Jim Carrey movies. Look a little bit deeper. The answer is that all 3 movies came out in the same year, 1994, making it the biggest breakout year for any comedic actor in Hollywood history. Jim Carrey became an A-list star in 1 year. All 3 movies had completely different styles of comedy: physical, slapstick, and surreal. But Jim Carrey nailed each style. All right, next group. We have Mrs. Doubtfire, Tootsie, and White Chicks. Here's a hint. It's about what the characters have to do. The answer is they all involve characters disguising themselves as someone else for personal gain. In Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams disguises himself as an old nanny to see his kids. In Tootsie, Dustin Hoffman pretends to be a woman to land an acting role. And in White Chicks, 2 FBI agents dress as white women to go undercover. Next group, we have Step Brothers, The Other Guys, and Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Here's a hint. This is about who's behind the camera. The answer is that all 3 were directed by Adam McKay, who started in comedy but later moved to making political dramas like The Big Short and Don't Look Up. A lot of great comedy directors transition into more serious films later on. All right, next group. We have Galaxy Quest, Tropic Thunder, and This Is the End. Here's a hint. These movies aren't just comedies. They're also making fun of something. The answer is that all 3 are meta-comedies that make fun of Hollywood itself. Galaxy Quest, a parody of sci-fi TV shows like Star Trek, and then Tropic Thunder, a satire of Hollywood action movies and method acting, and then This Is the End, a comedy where actors play exaggerated versions of themselves. Hollywood does occasionally like movies that make fun of itself, but only when it's done right. All right, next group. We have Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End. Here's a hint. It's about more than just the cast. The answer is that all 3 are part of the Cornetto trilogy, directed by Edgar Wright and starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Shaun of the Dead, a zombie parody, Hot Fuzz, a buddy cop parody, and The World's End, a sci-fi alien invasion parody. The lesson is that Wright's movies mix comedy with real emotional depth, making them stand out from typical parody films. All right, round 6, last group. We have Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Deadpool, and Annie Hall. Here's a hint. It's about how these movies talk to the audience. The answer? All 3 movies use breaking the fourth wall as a comedic device. In Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Ferris directly talks to the camera to let the audience in on his schemes. Deadpool is a meta-humor, and Deadpool is constantly talking directly to the audience to acknowledge them. In Annie Hall, Woody Allen's character frequently breaks the fourth wall to share his thoughts. The lesson being that talking to the audience makes them feel like they're part of the joke. How many of these did you guess correctly? And what are some other comedies that share something surprising in common? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy my movie breakdowns and discussions, I've launched a Substack where I share exclusive movie insights, reviews, and in-depth analyses, all in a way that's meant to be read, not just watched. It's free to subscribe, and you'll get fresh movie content straight to your inbox. The link to sign up is in the description. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.